Okay, yesterday we talked about the table, right? The table of the presents, right? The showbread, the table for the showbread. And so today we're going to talk about the bread, because if you got a table, you got to have something to put on it. If you're anything like me, you want to put some lunch on the table. And so that's what they do. It says in verse 30, place the bread of the presence on the table to remain before me at all times. So on this table was placed what was called either the showbread, or literally the translation is bread of faces. So this bread was associated with and to be eaten before the face of God. A lot of people call it the bread of the presence as well. It has a couple of different names, but all the same thing. So there were 12 of these bread cakes that were baked, these loaves of bread that were baked, and they were set on the table. So each one represented a different tribe of Israel. 12 loaves, 12 tribes. And so in this culture in the East, a table was a symbol of fellowship. And so the people were reminded of their communion and community with God. And that's still the same for us, you know. We sit down and eat a meal. It's about community and friendship, you know. I love to sit down and eat out and have a meal with my friends. You know, that's good. That's good stuff. I thoroughly enjoy that. And so that really is, I don't think just a thing from Eastern culture. I think it's a thing across all cultures, to sit and have a meal with those that we love and care about. So bread was for survival, right? And so the bread was a symbol of God's provision for the people, and the fact that communion with God was necessary for survival as well. So it was a picture of God's willingness to fellowship and commune with them. And it was a way of showing His covenant with them was lasting, and that God desired relationship with them. It was about fellowship. So this bread was described how it was made and what it was made of in Leviticus chapter 24, verses 5 through 9, where it was made of fine flour, and there were the 12 cakes. They were set on the table, and they were even sprinkled lightly with frankincense, which was a type of spice. And so once a week, this bread was replaced. Every week they replaced this bread. And the priests would be the ones that would eat it. As I mentioned previously, David will actually come in and take this bread for he and his men when they are in need. He will remove the bread from the tabernacle. With the same time that he comes and retrieves Goliath's sword, which will be at the tabernacle as well. So this bread was a symbol of God's communion, God's community, and God's fellowship with Israel. He was always there, and He loved them. You guys have a good day.